Hello, 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 hello. Incredible greetings. Good morning, everyone. Why does it feel like I don't know if I should take my desk down or bring my chair up. Let's see. Let's bring this bad boy up. Okay, I feel like I'm in a better frame here. Okay. Hello, everyone. Incredible greetings. I have been trying all week long to get on at 7 a.m. Technically, it's still 7 on the clock, 7:30, but it still says 7 o'clock. I mean, technically. Yeah. But I've been trying to get on at 7. I thought because the kids were on spring break, I would be able to be here and be on live and get up since my alarm goes off. I said technically like 30,000 times. I'm going to look back at this and see how many times I said technically. I feel like I just said it like a million times. But my alarm normally goes off at 6:45. So I figured, okay, I'll be able to get up. I don't have to get children ready. I can just do what I need to do. If I prepped everything, I will be able to do everything I need to. Well, I can get up. I was going to change my alarm to like 6:30-ish or whatever. Do what I need to do to be in the office. I mean, hello, to skip and hop away. To be in here and go live at 7. My goal was to pre-schedule for the week so I didn't have to worry about typing anything out. It didn't work out. Okay. Here we are Thursday. And this is the first time I am live, like early in the morning. Hey, I'm here. All right. But I'm here this morning. Won't be on long. I do have, I told you guys was it Tuesday? I went live. Was it Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. I went live. That I joined the morning meetup and, technically they're on at 7:45, but I haven't read the book. They have like a book club and I'm reading my own books. So I'm not really I'm not, so much concerned about going on for that part. I will log on for the actual session for today that starts around like 8:15-ish. So y'all have me until then. All right. But I did have kind of a topic that was on my brain this morning. It was something that was on my mind last night. Well, actually, I meant to say all night. That's actually what was in my head, saying all night, because it was actually on my brain all night long. Jesus Christ. And it's just in the figuring it out part of entrepreneurship, because I have a Creative Business Accelerator Program, which any of you guys can join. I'll tell you more about that. I've said that a couple times, and then I look up, I realize I've been on live too long, and then I kind of sort of forget, but I do mention it like here and there. But as far as like really, really like just talking about it, I have not like really dived in when I say I am like on the live videos, but I promise I am going to talk about it before I get off. I have to, every time I get on, there has to be something around my desk. Every time I got to figure out what that is. There's something around my desk that's making me sneeze. As soon as I sit and I guess maybe once I sit here, I don't feel it eventually. But when I first sit down, there's something that's irritating my nose. Please hold. I got to figure out what that is. It keeps making me want to sneeze. But anywho, so with my Creative Business Accelerator Program, and I've also taken on quite a few, I've had quite a few one-on-one sessions over the past like 3 weeks. Like my schedule for one-on-one sessions, like it's been really it's been up there. I've had more one-on-one sessions in the past 3 weeks than I've had in a long. What is going on over here? Something is really irritating my nose. Anywho, I've had more one-on-one sessions in the past 3 weeks. I've had in a long time. Just not sure if everything that's going on. People are really like, okay, I got to figure out this entrepreneurship thing and starting my own business. If it's just frustration, just sitting in, they just have a lot of stuff. They've been doing it for a long time. They're just not seeing the needle move, and it's like, okay, I'm ready to make some moves. I'm ready to do some things. But it's been real for the past couple of weeks. And then I think about like my own struggles journey, the things that have me screaming in my pillow at night, and knowing what my goals are and feeling kind of stuck sometimes and just trying to figure it out, right? Knowing sometimes what I need to do, but trying to figure out how to execute it when you have so many other things kind of going on. You already have obligations, the fear of letting go of certain things, but you have to in order to get to the next. It's just a lot that kind of goes into it. So this is a weird phase, which a lot of entrepreneurs on every level, right? Whether you are a newbie, you're just starting out, or if you are a seasoned entrepreneur, you will go through this phase, right? Once you get past this, it's not to say that you won't go through this again, because once you hit a plateau in business, or you've kind of reached that goal and you set another goal, it's almost like it'll start over again. You'll also reach burnout, and there'll be a point where you need to reset, and you have to, you'll put so much into something where it's like you'll get lost, and then you have to reset, and you'll be in this phase of figuring it out. But when you've mastered figuring it out, every time you go through this figuring it out phase, it'll become easier and easier and easier to figure it out, and you won't be stuck in that phase for so long. Like, that's the ultimate goal. The goal isn't to not go through the figuring it out phase. It's not to avoid it. It's to spend less time each time you have to go through the figuring it out phase. All right. So that's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. And I am Shakia, the professor of HS Inc. 365. We are the home of the Honestly Speaking brand of products. We carry the absolute best sublimation paper and ink. Our sublimation paper allows you to sublimate as low as 365 degrees, as fast as 30 seconds. No butcher paper required. So definitely check that out on our website, shop.hsink365.com. That is shop.hs shop.hsink365.com, or just go to hsink365.com. They both will get you there. We're also the home of Silaholics Anonymous. That is how I got started in all of this and how most of you guys were introduced to me. I have been teaching Silhouette Studio for a decade now. I'm not sponsored. Was not trained by anyone at Silhouette America. This is just a program that I grew to love once I found it. I am trained in Photoshop, the Adobe products, Photoshop, Illustrator. That's what I learned back in high school. I basically taught myself Corel Draw from what I knew from Adobe. And when I came across the Silhouette platform, I was like, oh, oh, really? And then I got it originally with the machine, right? I purchased a Cameo. I got Designer Edition and Silhouette Connect because, again, I was an Adobe user. So I automatically got the Connect, right? And so I didn't realize that it was really free. So now as I'm using it and I realize, wait, you can use, like, they can use this for free. I have spent 10 years bringing this to you guys. So because I'm in the groups, I'm seeing, that you guys have a desire to create. The other programs are complicated and they also cost money. So there's this level of frustration where you're spending money on something and you don't understand it. And I was like, look, design is design is design. The basic principles and the foundation of designing is the same. Trust me, I've been through it. I've taken actual design classes, went to school, learned designing. And I can promise you the foundational concepts of graphic designing is the same. And you can learn those foundational concepts in this free program. And you don't even have to do like I did. I purchased the machine. You ain't even got to do that. You can go to their website, download it, and you can get started and understand it. And now when you are ready to utilize the more advanced features of Photoshop, Illustrator, Canva, or any of these other programs that you have to pay for monthly, it won't feel like a waste. So I've spent 10 years teaching you guys how to do that on my YouTube platform, on my Facebook platform. You can go consume those for free. But if you want more detailed classes, training, step-by-step, go a little bit slower where you have, there's been question and answers, like some of the ones you're gonna encounter, they're replays, but they're very, very detailed. You're gonna be able to tell from my YouTube channel, I'm very detailed, a little too detailed sometimes. It's a good thing, it's a bad thing. It's a blessing and a curse. But you're going to see very, very detailed teachings. And because I allow you to ask questions, I don't want it to be where I'm just talking to you. I leave the floor open for as many questions as possible. If it's a design one and you can't figure it out, my students know they're able to share their screen. I use platforms where you are able to share your screen with me. I'm able to help you with whatever you're designing, so that you understand it on your side. Once you get it, it's on your computer. It's not just me doing it, and now you can't recreate that on your side. So that's how our classes, that's the true benefit. Yes, I give a lot here, but when you are in a class, especially if you can attend a live one, you are able to recreate that on your system, and you have that in your possession to keep practicing and get a better understanding. So if you have never taken one of our classes, they are available on that same website, hsync365.com, where you can purchase it there and get reward points. But you can also go to our actual academy site, 365 Creative Academy, and that's also where the classes are hosted. So even if you buy it on the shop site so that you can build up your rewards points, be able to save on future classes and things like that, or one-on-one. So let's say you buy paper, you buy ink, you have a bunch of rewards points, and you have enough rewards points to book a one-on-one session with me. You have probably purchased enough to have a free one-on-one session with me. That's the joy of buying on the shop site and getting those rewards points. Okay. So you can go there, but your classes are on 365 Creative Academy. If you are looking to build a business, you do not want to second guess joining our Creative Business Accelerator Program. The way that their program is set up, it's not, I can guarantee you, all the other programs, it's just about craft, get to the bag. It's not really helping you. It's challenging your mindset. And that is what you're going to need, because that is the figuring it out part. A lot of you guys are figuring out the craft stuff. And the moment someone challenges your thinking on the actual business side of it, and you're presented with things that you need to know about business, you're like, I've had students like, I don't know about this. I want to start over, or I should give up. I'm not sure if this is for me. I'm just going to keep this as a hobby because, or they'll like, it's intimidating. They'll say, I'm intimidating because I'm bringing forth information. And that is one of the reasons too, why I'm doing this, because I was internalizing this last night. I had a real serious conversation with the Lord last night about this. And he had to reveal to me, Shakia, you're not the person that's intimidating. The information that you are providing to them is intimidating. So because you are the vessel, you are the person, your mouth, it's your voice that's providing this, of course, they're going to associate that with you and say that, oh, well, you're a bit much, you can be intimidating. And so when people are saying that you can be intimidating or it's overwhelming, I'm internalizing that and it's affecting me. And it's like, it's not me. It's just, this is the truth. This is the information that you need. This is how this works. But they're not used to hearing it. It's always just you need to learn how to do this to get to the bag. And you got to learn to do this craft and this craft is making it seem like it's just, you have to learn this thing, this thing, this thing. And it's not really getting to the psychological parts of things, the technical side of things, the legal side of things, the processes. Like once you're hearing all of that, it's like, this is too much for my brain, but this is what business is, right? We can't want to be a business and then get offended by the term small business, but we want to keep it small in our mind. We want to keep it easy in our mind. We don't want to think about all of these things, and we want to say to ourselves, well, I can't afford that. They can do this, they can do that, or whatever. I'm just a small business. I'm just this, I'm just that. But then when someone says small, oh, you're not going to put me in a box. Ain't nothing small about me. It's big business around here or whatever. Like, it's like you're making it seem like people are trying to diminish who you are. But at the same time, you're not willing to actually put in work, effort to operate at the same frequency as a large corporation. You're stuck in the figuring it out phase, and you're not trying to get out of that figuring it out phase. So that's what I'm going to talk a little bit about today. Okay. Let's see here. Incredible morning. Hello. Your Facebook post got me out of my bed at 4 a.m. this morning, trying to figure ish out. It's perfectly normal. You're in the pivot. True. Let's see. Yes, I've been lost for months now. Incredible morning. Hey. I've always loved your content. Oh, thank you. Incredible morning. She says her academy is top notch. Thank you so much for that. Incredible morning. You are great. I love the way you teach. You give the how and the why. Thank you. That was my model. Like I've always had like running themes every single year. And I think that was probably about maybe 3-4 years ago where that was really the theme of like all of my teachings and things like that, was giving you like not just the how, but the why. Like so that you can be empowered. A lot of the times with YouTubes, you just get the how. And so you're able to accomplish like that one thing. But then when you go to do something else that's not exactly like that particular video, you have a slightly different picture, a slightly different font. Your SVG, like, okay, we think SVG, but now somebody else's is set up a little bit different. And now it's like, okay, I can't, what the heck is this, right? And it's because you learned the how from somebody or from a video or from a class, but not the why of why do we have to do it this way? Why do you click on this? Why does this have to be in the front? So now you're feeling frustrated when you are presented with, well, you're presented with something else. So I spent a whole year like literally focusing on the why. It seemed like everything was like repetitive. My family was like, oh my God, you're talking about that again. I went through like Tracing Tuesday. I was constantly talking about tracing and I just repeating it. Same exact thing. I was using the same images. I was drilling edit points into the ground. I was drilling, cropping, and subtracting. The stuff for sublimation, I was like doing the same things over. And so for my family, it's like, oh my God, I'm tired of hearing it, because I mean, they're in the house with me, so they're hearing it every day. But like for others, like new people are coming in, and then even those who were not technically like new, they need to hear it all. Like they need to hear it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again to really, really get it. So, well, I'm technically up early every day because I have young kids and I have to get them up for school. So I'm technically up at like 6:30, 6:40-ish every single day. But as far as being online, the kids are on spring break, so I don't have to actually, get fixed breakfast, make pancakes for Zani Mani, and, give him medication and do hair, because Zani Mani, of course, has a lot of hair. So with doing all that, he's pretty independent with everything else. Grateful for my husband that I don't have to like iron clothes, because he does that like on Sundays. He'll iron like their clothes for like 2 weeks because they're in uniform. I'm grateful for uniforms. So he'll iron the uniforms for 2 weeks. I'll just go in and just pull them, put them on. But I'm normally getting children ready, but they're on spring break this week. My goal was to actually do lives every day this week at 7 a.m. Here we are on Thursday. It's Thursday, right? Or is it Wednesday? Thursday. And this is the first day I'm actually able to go live when the clock still had 7 on it. So, but yeah, so we're in spring break right now. And I've been up for a while. I was just laying in bed and I was trying to craft a message. To be honest, well, Monday, I had a follow-up appointment with the VA because I ended up in the hospital. I had to go to the ER on what day was that? I think it was the 7th. No, what did I go to the ER? I don't know. I ended up in the ER one of these days, Thursday, Friday, whatever. And then I ended up having the follow-up appointment like on Monday. So I couldn't go live. I went live Tuesday. But it was like after 7. Yesterday I had to take my car to Dodge, so I couldn't go live. So here we are. So hey, we're here. Nevertheless. Okay. I know, right? All little victories. Okay. So let's talk about it. I got my notes because I am limited on time. I now have 15 minutes because my session for the community that I joined, Q&A starts at 8:15 because today is Q&A day and it starts at 8:15. So I'm going to be out of here. Okay. So let's see. All right. For me, this is not something that is just for those who are crafters. I'm gonna, just use that term, or in the creative space. Pretty much, I'm in entrepreneurship type communities, right? I'm in Donnie Wiggins, Actual CEO, David's, The Morning Meetup, and it's a running theme, right? Like, I'm listening to entrepreneurs who are in the startup phases, and you're hearing a lot of the same struggles, no matter what industry they're in, right? I'm more so connected by, I'm gonna say, not by, this is more so what I'm passionate. Like this, I could have chosen anything because I am skilled in a lot of different areas. I've had a lot of different experiences, and I had my choice of a lot of different career paths. My job in the military was ground radio maintenance. I was a certified electrician. I could have, in the military. That's the thing. Like when you live in Florida, and no matter all the trainings, all the certifications that I had, all the tests and things I had to take in the military. Okay. I'm working on radios and like equipment, the radio equipment for air traffic controllers and this, that, and the third, like doing all of these things down to component level, changing out capacitors and all. Like okay, pause. I was really, really disappointed in this dream that they sell you about going into the military and getting all of this training and this, that, and the third. And you go through all of this. Okay, basic training. Okay, you have to go through that. But I went through 9 months of tech school. Then I had an additional training after that before I can go to my first duty station. In Korea, I got another certification. And when I was in Germany, I got 2 additional ones. And I'm like, you go through all of this to get out. And the real world tells you, you served your country. You got all this education and these certifications, and it means absolutely nothing. Okay, well, you have to come out here and you're in Florida. Well, you want to be able to have a job as an electrician and do all of these things. You have to take another exam. You have to do all this stuff and you have to pay for it. Excusez-moi? I have to do what? I just gave these people, put my life on the line, and I had to do all this work. And you're trying to tell me I have to come back out and I got to do what? I got to take some more tests. I got to do more certifications. So all these, one of the certifications I had just got before I got out. And I got to do what? Say who, say what now? Yep, As much as I loved all the electrical type stuff, I'm like, I'm burned. I'm not about to do this. I'm not about to do this. And to have to pay to be certified in this mofo, my life wasn't enough. Like me giving my life, that wasn't enough. Florida sucks. I don't know. I never went to any other state, never thought about it. So I'm not sure if it would have been different in another state. I personally feel like Florida charges for a lot of things to make up for the fact that we don't have state taxes. So while it's a good thing that, we don't have to worry about that, I feel like for other areas, we kind of get penalized. Like when I brought my car over here from Germany, because I never paid taxes on the car, right? I purchased my car in Germany. I didn't have to pay taxes on it. When I brought my car over to the States, and to register it in the state of Florida, in order to get that registration, I had to pay the taxes on my car that at the time I had for 2 years. I had my car for 2 years at that point. And once it got shipped here, in order to register it and actually get my tag and actually get it from Orlando, I had to pay them people the taxes from the value that I paid for that car in Germany. Florida wanted their money. I was like, I know you lying. Nobody told me. Because here I am. Okay. Ooh, I got me a car. I got it tax-free. I'm in the military. Got here and Florida folks said, run me my money. Okay. Wow. I'm hoping that they explain that to airmen and other military folk who are buying cars, who plan to come back to Florida. I hope they let them folk know that when they get these cars overseas and they're not paying taxes, just go ahead and pay them taxes, because baby, it ain't worth it. Because luckily I had the money, but if you don't have the money, you will literally have a car that is going to sit. That's some bull. That's some bull. Well, actually, no. It ended up working out, but I was able to take it. No, it wouldn't have sat. I was able to take it from Orlando because it wouldn't have anyone to be there, but I wouldn't have been able to drive. It still would sit, but not in like Orlando. Like you wouldn't be able to actually get a ticket. So I got a temporary tag to get it from Orlando to Miami. But as far as getting a permanent tag, you can't get that. So that's what I mean. As far as like sitting, you wouldn't be able to drive it. So yeah, until you pay the taxes on it. So I was like, yeah, that's some bull crap. Anywho, Sorry. And now I thought about that, and I just lost my whole train of thought. What was I talking about? I was like figuring out. I forgot how I got on the military part. Dang it! I hate when I do that. What was I saying? I forgot. Damn it! I hate when I do that. There was a reason in me mentioning that. I said sidebar. Oh no, I was saying for me, I chose this because this is what I was passionate about. Because I could have done any job whatsoever. My passion when I got out of the military really was was electronics and just like being an electrician and like fixing those things. There was jobs available like at the airport. I wanted to do the same job and work for the airlines and things. And it was just really, really hard to get jobs in those areas. Even coming out of the military, they tell you, you have preference and all these different things. That wasn't my story. I didn't have those preferences in the jobs that I came out of the military doing. So I ended up taking all of these other jobs, which for me, I feel like it was a blessing because I'm able to speak to entrepreneurs today and I'm able to be intimidating because in what we experience now with everyone wanting to be a coach, everyone wanting to have a Facebook group, everybody wanting to teach something, everyone thinking that that's the play to get rich and to make money is, oh, well, let me be a teacher. Let me go and charge for a class. They're only teaching one side of it. So I'm grateful that I did not get any of those jobs because it allowed me to work in different areas where I've experienced these things. I've seen corporations from the inside out. I've seen how they work. I've seen contracts. I've just seen a lot of different things. And it allows me to provide a perspective to those who are like, I really want to have a business. I don't want to have a side hustle. I don't just want to monetize my crafts. I want to have a company. I want to have a business. I don't want to be a solopreneur for the rest of my life. If I'm going to walk away from my job, I don't want to go and feel like my goal is not to be where I am literally working with my hands and I am stressed out until the age of retirement. That should not be the goal for anybody. Like no one should want that. Like when you're thinking about your business, are you ever thinking about hiring someone? Or is it that you're always saying, well, I know I can't hire anyone because I'm not making enough money. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing that. Like you're never thinking that far ahead. Are you always like, okay, well, it's just digital, right? Or are you now, because everyone's pushing digital, sell a digital product, in your mind, you're like, oh, it's just a digital product. I don't need a team. I don't need anybody else to do these things. I can run this business by myself. I don't need anyone. Like, are you still like on that wave path of just doing it by yourself? That means you are going to have to do it by yourself to make money until the age of retirement. And at the rate that our government is going, and because people are doing jobs that don't require a lot of energy, like you're not, like it's not laborious, right? Retirement before, they were trying to, the age was lower because people were doing these back-breaking jobs. And it's like, you can't do that forever. Now people are doing more and more lackadaisical jobs. And hey, they're pushing that age up and 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 up. Can you see yourself doing this until you're 72, 85, 90 some years old by yourself? Is that your goal? Is that the plan? Right now, you're wearing all the hats. You're not thinking about any systems. To you, a system is getting a new heat press, getting a new printer. To you, a system is going from Cricut to Silhouette, going from Photoshop to Canva. But what's your processes? What are you doing to make your life easier? Even if you have a virtual assistant, what are some tasks that they can do where you're not worried about them? Even if, like, in your mind, it might be meaningless. And then you're like, okay, this is an easy task. Okay, an easy task means that you don't have to pay someone an arm and a leg to do it. Pass that easy task off to someone. But you have to understand the task to know what you need to pass off. If you have a 9 to 5 right now and you're crafting, the things that you are doing creatively are not your bread and butter. Your job is what's taking care of your bills. Your job is what's keeping your lights on. Is it nice to have extra things? Yes, right? But you can take the money that you are making and instead of so-called reinvesting into getting more equipment and thinking that, okay, well, if I just get this, if I just get that, it's going to make my business thrive. You need to invest in systems, in processes, invest in true learning and education. Learn, even if you don't need, if you're not utilizing your Shopify or whatever website, at least learn it. Start writing it down. Start creating your training manual. Do you have a training manual for your business? If you were to get help right now, could you clearly articulate? Could you clearly train someone on how to do something? Do you have a training video, even for something as simple as a chip bag? If you needed help right now, you go viral and you go and you have to have, or somebody comes and they book you and you have 100 chip bags to do. In your mind, you're just like, whatever, I can do it. You're going to try and figure it out. I can do it. I'm going to do it after work. You're about to spend a week to do 100 chip bags when you can go and just get help. Have somebody do one part of it. But do you have anything where you can go and you can show them a video that's yours that shows your technique? Do you have something written out? Okay, hey, here, this is what you do, whatever. This is how you do it. Because it ain't like it's not rocket science. Or are you just going to go and send them to YouTube and, hey, watch somebody else's video? What do you have for your business? If you're saying you want a business, you have to think and operate like a business. Yes, it's going to be intimidating. Yes, it's going to be overwhelming, because if you're wanting to run a business, it's so much more than just the crafting. It's so much more than just putting a price to it. And I'm going to be unapologetic about constantly saying that my job, this is the job that I chose. Someone said to me, oh my gosh, you're live every day. And then and even my family, oh, you got to slow down, Shakia. You doing too much. You on live every single day. I don't tell you not to go to work every day. Don't you hop in your car and go to work every day? So why is it that everybody keeps telling me not to do my job every day? I understand I had a heart attack, but this is my job. This is my sales call. I have a Creative Business Accelerator Program that I have to promote. I have Sublimation Paper that I have to promote. I have a Creative Lounge that I have to promote. I have Essential Silhouette Studio that I have to promote. I choose to do it live. This is my job. The same way that people show up to their job every day, this is me showing up to mine. So tonight in my Creative Business Accelerator Program, we are talking about this phase of it, right? Tonight is pricing and profitability and where to really allocate those profits. What does it truly mean to profit in business? Some of you guys are profiting, but you don't see it as profit because of how you are allocating that money, where it's going, and because you can't go and buy something personal because you may feel like, oh, well, you don't have this car, you don't have this house, you don't have this bag, you don't have these bundles, you don't have this, you don't have the greater things in life. You don't see it as profit, but it is profitable because you're able to do certain things, and you may need to allocate them in different places to set yourself up where you now have an overflow of profits where you now can have the greater things in life. You can have the desires of your heart. That is what we are talking about tonight in our live session. You have time to join. The session starts at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link for it is in the description of this video. If you're on Facebook, come back. It'll be in the comments because I can't really put it in the description because then it'll suppress my video. Or you can go straight to learn.365creativeacademy.com. I'm going to put that on the screen for you guys. Hold on. That would be the code 365 Biz Accelerator 10. That is the code. You can try it out for a month. If you do it for a month, just like a month-to-month pass, it is $103. I think it is $113, but you can use the 10% off to save. Try it out for a month and just see if it's the right fit for you. There's no obligation. You get to keep. You'll get to, keep the month of videos that you from that month. Like you'll be able to keep those videos. Then if you decide that you want to stay, then you can enroll in it for month to month. And Friday, tomorrow, is the last day to enroll, where the 3650 will get you lifetime access. After Friday, that will be a yearly option. It will not be a lifetime option. You'll have to pay that amount every single year. Friday is the last day for that to be your lifetime option. It's been up for a whole month. Friday is the last day for that to be your lifetime option. Okay. After that, it will still be the price, but that's only going to get you access for 1 year. All right. Now that I have my equipment, I see you're no longer selling ink. I do absolutely have to have photo black and gray. So it's not that I'm not selling ink. We are closing out because I am focusing on other stuff, right? For me, I'm trying to reduce the inventory. We don't need to carry that much inventory because it's not going to be the primary part of our business. We will restock when needed, but like before, we would always have like so much available. Like we never like being kind of like sold out because we wanted to make sure people had stuff like for their business and stuff like that. We're reducing it. We're reducing our inventory. I don't ever plan. I still have to do sublimation. Other parts of my business, I still do sublimation. I'm never using anybody else's ink. I can't go from the best to paper and ink. It's not going anywhere. However, I'm just not going to be promoting it. Like I'm not going to actively be promoting it. It's almost like if you know, you know. On the email list, it'll move from like our main page. Our website will kind of change a little bit. And if you know about it. And if you're on the email list is where you'll get like discount codes. You'll have a link for that, but you got to make sure you open up your emails. But it just will not be the main thing. Like it's just it won't be front facing for us. So you will still be able to purchase it. But yeah, I said, it just won't be front facing. There is no such thing as photo black. There is no such thing as photo black. There is no such thing as photo black when it comes to sublimation. There is no such thing as photo black when it comes to sublimation. Okay. Photo black, when it comes to that particular printer, is a pigment ink. The other black is a dye ink. They are two different types of ink, dye ink and pigment ink. So instead of calling it pigment ink, they call it photo black ink. But when it comes to sublimation, it's just sublimation ink. It's not that photo black and the regular black are a different color. They are a different type. Now, when it comes to sublimation, you got them folk where now they have photo black They got their little nasty brown looking ink and they got the photo black looking ink. They might as well stop even buying their little brown ink and just get the photo black ink as their main one and be like us, because ours has always been their version of photo black. So you can just buy our black ink. You will never see photo black on our website. You just get the black ink and you put it in each reservoir. Do you technically need the gray ink? No. Epson printers are not thermal printers. So you're not going to burn out your print head if it's not there. It will work just like a regular cyan, magenta, yellow, CMYK. The gray is more so for black and white. But with the way that sublimation kind of works, and it's, unless you are literally setting it to monochromatic, it's not going to really affect anything. And that's more so for photos. When it comes to sublimation, that's not a real big issue because of how sublimation works. So do you need gray? No, but we do have gray available on the website. If you already started using it, you can put it in there. The only color that we do not have at this time would be magenta. And you can go to the blank spot if you need just the magenta. They now carry 140 milliliter bottles as well. Okay. All right, y'all, I got to go. I'm now 10 minutes late for my own coaching session. Until next time, guys, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity. Be incredible. I'll probably be back to finish this because there's some things going in my head. I was trying to limit myself, but y'all know I like to talk, and there's some things that's in my head. So I'll probably be back after this session while I work on some design stuff. So we'll see. All right. But until next time, guys. Peace. Hey, hi, sister. I love you.